Hey, what's going on? Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. Today I'm going to have a little gold level gameplay analysis for you guys, specifically evolving around one card, and that's the Baakjira airdrop that came out a few weeks ago. Even with the 3 new airdrop cards that just came out, Baakjira is still my favorite one that we've gotten this far. He's just so versatile and you can play him in a countless numbers of ways. I'm going to show you 4 battles, and each one I use him a slightly different way, and we'll talk about sort of what my planning was and the benefits to putting Baakjira where I did. So we're going to start here in this first one. I had basically seen that my opponent loved to spam magic. He played the Kraken, Genoshanis, Ruler of the Seas, as well as the Pirate Archer in basically every one of his matches that blue was available in. So he liked to take advantage of Blast and Magic. So what I decided to do was focus fire the Magic and the Blast all to this Wave Brute in the back, who had the Void, so he would soak up half of the Magic damage. And how I used Baakjira was I used him as a Blast soaker-upper. So the archery unit fires, Baakjira would soak up the Blast, Ruler of the Seas Blast, Baakjira soaks it up, and Baakjira has the self-heal, so he'll heal himself up every single turn. I also tossed out a triage, so I could heal up the Wave Brute as he was taking all of the damage. He'd be taking basically all of the damage except for the Kraken and the Demon Shark. My play here, and you'll see exactly how it works out, was I needed to take out the Kraken before their team took out my Wave Brute. Now where Baakjira comes into play is if I didn't have him here soaking up the Blast and just put the Wave Brood, their Blast damage would have taken out my entire back line. But they don't make any progress on the Baakjira with his self-heal, and that keeps everyone alive long enough for us to just kill the Kraken before the Wave Brood dies, and then end up winning. So let's just show you how it plays out. Keep it on 2 times speed. Yeah, we're not doing a lot of damage, right? We're doing just enough to counteract the heal that the Kraken's going to get. But, you know, it's not like we're soaring through the Kraken. This is a pretty defensive strategy. So watch the Baakjira. He's going to heal up every single time. He's going to take another damage from Blast, take another damage from Blast, and he's just going to heal up. If that was any other monster, they're taking that damage and they're eventually going to die. And also look at the Wave Brute, right? He's getting triaged. The Void takes away a lot of the damage. We're just slowly ticking away at the Kraken. Get a couple misses from the enraged Demon Shark. You know, Baakjira's taken all of that blast damage throughout this match, and he's still at 12 health. I believe this is the turn we kill the Kraken. Yes, it is. And it's going to be right before the Wave Brute dies. Yep. I believe the Wave Brute dies next turn. Yep. The Wave Brute did his job. Baakjira, all of that blast damage still at 12 health. And then the Wave Brute was important because look how quickly they're going to melt my Demon Shark. Bang. 2 turns of magic. Demon Shark dead. And the blast kills my... So like right now you can see that I only have an archer in the front who can't fire. Oh, he can't fire in this game, sorry, but this looks like it should be over, right? I have no attackers left. He has, you know, he's still doing 9 damage, but because of the double heal with the Kitty and Baakjira and the Void, who's cutting all of their magic damage in half, they're not going to make any progress here. They're just going to keep sort of hitting their heads against Baakjira, and we're going to keep healing them back up. I'm going to speed this up to 3 times here because this is going all the way to fatigue. I'd be so frustrated if I was the other guy. You have all of this damage out here and you still can't make any progress against Baakjira. So yeah, this card is insane. And we didn't even really talk about the strengthen or the slow because it didn't really matter in this match, but in other matches it certainly will. Alright, fatigue's going to start next round. Lose his archer, next round of fatigue, and I'm still at full health after the heals, even with the added fatigue. Hits 14 again, gonna lose Rule of the Seas, and then next turn we'll win. So yeah, this battle shows him as sort of, if you know Blast is coming, whether that's through Jodin or a situation like this, you can use Baakjira to soak up some of that Blast, heal himself up, and then protect everyone else around him. Alright, now we're going to look at the second battle. Here I show you how you can use Baakjira as sort of an off tank. So I used him as a secondary tank for a couple reasons. My opponent did Earth a lot, which has a lot of magic and a lot of snipe. So I wanted him as a snipe protector if he played snipe. And then if he had to move into the front line, I wanted him to be able to, I wanted a secondary tank that could survive a bunch of magic attacks. He didn't do a ton of snipe, but he did do some magic. And what you're going to see here is Baakjira basically stays alive just long enough for our damage dealers in the back to whittle away at their attacks until their ranged monsters end up in the front, and then they can't attack. I did definitely get lucky here with some poisons and some stuns. And you'll see later on specifically that I get really lucky. But so he ate the snipe damage and just healed himself back up. We're able to get through the tank. I was definitely nervous about this return fire, but cuts the magic damage in half. He just eats so much damage that he buys my main attackers enough time to just get through their front line. There he dies, right? So now they only have one archer left to attack. I land the poison, he's poisoned, no one else can attack. So I definitely got a little lucky there, but I wouldn't have been in the opportunity to get lucky if Baakjira didn't soak up so much damage as a secondary tank. So far we've seen him as a blast soaker upper and a secondary tank. In this third battle, he operated as a main tank. So this was a lower mana game than some of the other ones, and to be honest, this guy caught me completely off guard. He had spammed magic almost every single game, and so I was ready with the void and to soak up a bunch of magic, and he hit me with shield and he did a little bit of magic, but more archery than I was expecting. And he guessed my play perfectly with the -1 range attack. I went full range, and he added a bunch of shields too, so I had to go through a bunch of shields. So when I first looked at this, I thought immediate loss, right? Dr. Blight's eventually going to poison and afflict him. He won't be able to heal. And so definitely a loss, right? But just watch Baakjira go to work here. Just his survivability is insane. So I'm missing too. That poison certainly helped, but so I got one heal off, then I'm afflicted. So I'm not going to heal. Baakjira's not going to heal for the rest of the game. But it doesn't matter. He's able to just soak up so much damage. I can do a bunch of damage to their back line. There's not a lot of cards that you can play that can be a main tank, an off tank, as well as a blast soaker. It's an extremely versatile card. So he does eventually die, but he's done enough at this point where I have just enough damage to get the job done here, even with the archery tank. He didn't land some poisons that could have definitely changed the match. But again, even me getting a little bit lucky wouldn't be possible without Baakjira soaking up as much damage as he did. Alright, and then there's one more battle I want to show you, and this is a really fun one. This is Supreme Cheese. I wanted to just try this sort of for fun. It was an opportunity rule set. I wanted to see, with the double heal of Kitty and Baakjira, could my opponent get out enough damage to counteract that said double heal. And obviously, if I'm playing this for you, you know that he didn't, but it'll be fun to watch. I'm going to go on through triple speed the whole time because it's a really long battle. But he just can't do enough damage with all of his attackers. I didn't put out a single attack the entire game, but it just doesn't matter. I'm going to win this battle in fatigue because of how resilient Baakjira is. The kitty obviously helps as well, but it's just a fantastic combination. Alright, so as this goes, I'm going to wrap up the video. I know there's a lot of excitement around the new airdrop cards, but to me, by far the best one we've had is Baakjira. We didn't even really we talked about the Void, but the Slow and the Strengthen really didn't even come into play once. And I know for some of my other battles, they certainly have. So if I were to tell you to go buy one airdrop card, specifically at the gold level, you gotta go with Baakjira. His health, all of his abilities, the healing, all for just 6 mana. Any battle where blue is available and the strategy sort of fits blue, I'm always going to put Baakjira in. You can just play him in so many different ways. Alright, so we're getting to the end here. As you can see, they've just made no progress. Fatigue's going to start. This reminds me sort of like the cube. A little bit of cube cheese. Doesn't have the scavenge, so it's a little less cheesy, but still definitely cheesy. Baakjira is a great play in poison matches. The self-heal and the strengthen help him survive a really long time. So yeah, and Fatigue's slowly going to just wipe these guys out. Yeah, Baakjira is a beast. You have to go out and get him. If you learned anything today, or if you just enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel off the ground and get this content in front of as many people as I can. All right, thanks for being here. Have a great day.